It's not abnormal for it to be a bit difficult. It's not. It's quite normal. It's just that people don't voice it. People don't talk about it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Nneka and I hope you do enjoy today's video. So, as you can tell from the title of today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 ways Canada has changed my life since I got into the country. Happy New Year, by the way. This is 2023. I hope 2023 is going to be filled with so much blessings, opportunities, so much open doors, and I pray that God will open our eyes to the little things that we might miss as blessings, and we shall count those things and see those things as blessings. This video is going to be a bit personal because there's going to be a lot of reflecting and introspection done. I'm just going to be thinking and reflecting. As I'm thinking and reflecting, I am talking to you guys, okay? I just felt like my life has changed a lot, and I feel like moving to Canada has played a huge role in those changes. So many life-changing events happened in 2022. I became a permanent resident of Canada. I became a registered practical nurse. I was selected to be part of an accelerator program sponsored by YouTube and Concept. I knew that 2022 was going to be my chilled year and I was going to be open, like whatever happens, right? This year I just want to lay down a bit and relax a bit, right? Just to see how far things go and see where God leads me. I had plans and I had goals for the year. Some of the goals I wrote down, I did not achieve them, if I'm being honest, but the ones I achieved, I am super grateful for them. And the things I thought that was not possible came to life, and I'm super grateful for that. So that's just basically how my 2022 went. Without further ado, let's get into my number 1 point. The first is independence. The level of independence Canada puts on you is a totally different level, especially if you're coming here alone and coming here as someone young, someone who is still trying to discover herself. It instills a different level of independence. Okay, let me just backtrack a bit. I left family when I was in my mid-teens, so I was fairly young when I left Nigeria to Ukraine. So already I kind of had a bit of independence instilled in me. I started like my first business when I was in Ukraine. I was a makeup artist. I was trying to make ends meet and all of that. But coming to Canada, there's a different level to independence. Aside the fact that Canada is way more expensive, financial independence was by force. It dawned on me that every decision I was making was my own to make. The person I am today was because of the hard or easy decisions I had to make. Jumping off of that, it instilled in me a different level of solitude in a way that now I don't mind being alone. Being alone to me right now doesn't mean I am lonely. I actually enjoy my time alone. Sometimes people feel like being alone means that you're lonely, but it's not. Coming into Canada, it's spiked up a whole lot because I am usually alone, but I enjoy it. I don't feel alone. I know definitely is centered around your personality and how you handle situations and all of that. So I feel like the number 1 way I grew after coming to Canada is growth in independence, growth in solitude, and I love it. The other way Canada has impacted or changed my life is being able to travel with less restrictions. And by less restrictions, I mean, as a permanent resident of Canada, I can travel to over 20 countries visa free. The thought of that alone just makes it beautiful because I like to travel and I've been traveling solo since when I was back in Ukraine. I remember when I came to Canada, I was eager to just leave this country. I just needed a break and I was still on my study permit. I know that there are few countries you can travel to visa free with your study permit here in Canada. This was at the ending of 2019. It was after my first year of school. There were so many countries I wanted to travel to, but going through those countries and seeing that I had to apply for visa, I was so demotivated to even want to travel anymore because visa process takes a lot of time. Sometimes you have to pay a certain amount of money. Sometimes you wait and they will reject you. So you know, things like that. But now the only thing I need to do is book my flight, book my accommodation, and I am good. Like I don't have to worry about anything else. Even if it's just been a year of having this privilege, it's definitely a way Canada has impacted my life so far. The next way Canada has changed my life is in terms of emotional intelligence. Moving to Canada, I'm more empathetic to people. In a way, it's kind of tied to my line of work because I work in healthcare and I just see people in their most vulnerable state. Aside even involving other people's feelings into that, I question myself a lot. I question my beliefs a lot. I question my actions a lot. I question people's behaviors a lot. For example, something happened when I traveled on a girls' trip with my friends. They asked me what I thought about something that just happened. I gave them an answer. Later at night, when I was about to go to bed, I was in the shower because that's where I do most of my thinking. I kind of discovered that the answer I gave them was tied around a lot of insecurities on my own part. I usually never do this. Like, I usually never reflect. I usually never do a lot of introspection. I'm not saying that you must be in Canada to be able to have this certain level of emotional intelligence. Your location doesn't affect this at all. But I feel like a lot of exposure in that sense helps you to build it a lot. If, for example, someone acts a certain way, I think about, but why did they act that way though? What led them to act that way? I am more understanding of people's experiences or people's bullshit, in quotes, but that does not mean I accommodate bullshit. That does not mean I don't have boundaries. I'm just way more aware of certain things right now. I kind of understand people more and I understand their thought process a bit more because of the exposure I have gained after coming into this country. Seeing people going through a lot, going through financial issues, family issues, hearing co-workers going through their personal life, hearing what friends are going through, seeing different things exposed me to that kind of lifestyle, right? And also, Canada is a very accommodating country. I did my clinical assessment in the mental health unit. So usually from most of our patients or most of our clients had a certain kind of childhood experience, trauma or childhood exposure that led to their mental health illness or what they're currently experiencing, right? It's just one of those things that has really changed my life since I got here. So the next way Canada has impacted my life is financial literacy. And I feel like this has to come about as you grow naturally because there are more responsibilities to take care of. The financial field here or the financial way of life here is different from the countries I have lived in. Back in Nigeria, I don't think there's anything like having like a credit score or whatever. It's too complicated. It makes it hard, but you learn a lot. You do learn a lot if you want to learn a lot. When I came to Canada, I just had to learn in terms of actually knowing, because there's sometimes that you don't know certain things and you don't know how it's impacting your finances. Even if it's annoying how your credit score can affect or has an impact in so many like life-changing decisions you want to make, like buying a house, it's still a thing and you cannot change it. It's been here for years. So just the thought of that is stressful and it's a bit demanding, but I feel like it has exposed me to certain things. And though I am not a financial literate or I am none of that, but just being exposed to that is a way of growth, is a way of financial growth, right? And that ties to financial stability. When I talk about financial stability, I don't mean that I have hundreds of thousands of dollars in my bank account. I don't. I wish I did, but I don't. But being able to be financially stable in the sense of I can cater for my needs, but aside that, being also able to donate to charity organizations that I am passionate about or actually lend a helping hand when I want to. It feels good and I feel like Canada exposes you or gives you opportunities like that. And I want to say that most people feel like when you come into Canada, the first year you are a baller and they start to compare their first year to someone's 5th year in the country or someone's 8th year in the country. It's not, it doesn't work like that at all. When I was back in Ukraine, my rent, I was staying alone and my rent was $180. Where in this country, please? Where? Having a car in Canada is not a big deal. Someone can go into a dealer shop right now and pick up a car and don't have shit in their bank accounts. Yes, I went there. That's facts. But if you're coming from maybe Nigeria or other countries that if you want to get a car, you have to pay everything down. Canada, you don't have to do that. You have the option to do that, but you don't have to. You can pay instrumentally if you want to. I don't know, I just spiraled a bit, but the final thing is don't compare yourself to other people. Having financial stability takes time. Like you might not get in your first year and that's okay. You might not get in your second year and that's fine. It's not abnormal for it to be a bit difficult. It's not. It's quite normal. It's just that people don't voice it. People don't talk about it. That's why it seems like as if it's abnormal. It's normal for you to have to go through a bit of hardship before you can ascertain a certain level of comfort. Yeah, if you don't take anything from this video, please just take that. Take your time. Take your time. I'm saying this and I'm saying it passionately. Honestly, do take your time. Don't compare yourself, because if you do, you'll just be frustrated. The last and final thing on my list is exposure and being able to connect with people. Because of how diverse Canada is, it has made me to be exposed to different cultures and different way of life, and I am more accommodating. I am no longer boxed up. I have met people from Italy, Australia, Russia, Ghana, from Nepal, India, Kenya, like just different parts of the world. Just being able to be exposed to different cultures and different ways of of life is actually super amazing, because I feel if Canada was not as diverse as it was, I wouldn't have been so exposed or even connect with people at different levels. This really dawned on me in 2022 when I got nominated for the YouTube Accelerator Creators event. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to link it up here somewhere. Just being in that room with like-minded people, I was super grateful. I have a certain level of confidence right now in terms of interacting and connecting with people. It's quite interesting. It's really quite interesting how far a place can impact you or change you without you even knowing. It will just happen. It will just grow on you. So yeah, I think that's one way Canada has really impacted and changed my life so far. I didn't know where this video was headed, but I just hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you learned a thing or two. Just in case you're in Canada right now, let me know how Canada has impacted your life or change your life, positive or negative, in the comment section below. Just in case you're gonna be coming here soon, I wish you success in your Canadian journey. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll also turn on the post notifications so you can get notified every single time I upload a new video. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.